Please be seated. I'm McLawhorn, President of the College of Charleston. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the College of Charleston's December Commencement. This is a truly special day, not only for you, but for your family, your friends, and for our entire campus community. It's a day of endings, and it's also a day of beginnings. As we all know, graduation is the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. The road here was not easy. It was never intended to be. A College of Charleston education is not for the faint of heart. Our faculty challenged you, demanded the best of you. They pushed you to think clearly, deeply, and independently. You weathered those tests and have proven yourself indeed worthy of a College of Charleston degree. For us, the Board of Trustees, the administrators, the faculty, the staff, the parents, the family members, and the loved ones, we all have the great honor of sharing in this, your moment of triumph. Please stand and join me as Courtney Porcio, a sophomore music major with a concentration in vocal performance, sings our national anthem. Thank you, Courtney. That was beautiful. Absolutely magnificent. Looking out across the sea of faces, I'm inspired. I know what you've gone through to get to where you are right now. The all-nighters, 20-page papers, the sore, clenched hands, scratching out essays on your final exams. But those things don't break you. You had the drive, you had the discipline, the spirit to never give up, to discover new depths of strength you didn't even know that you had. That's what the college saw in you when you applied to the college. And today you have justified the confidence that was placed in you. All along we knew you were different. You were smart, you were curious, adventurous in ways that others are not. You played hard, but you worked hard here at the college. Early on, we saw the dreamer, the rebel, the innovator in you. And those are the things we work to cultivate. The world does not need another cog in the machine. This is not what a College of Charleston education is meant to do. Rather, you're to go forth, take risks, live the life extraordinary, and you will. I know firsthand the power of this place, the lessons that I learned here, both from my professors and from my fellow classmates. They were transformative. They shaped my career as a lawyer, as a public servant, and continue to shape me now as the university president. I do not speak lightly when I say that I owe everything to this school. I believe you will come to learn this as well, whether you're receiving an undergraduate or a graduate degree here today. You too have been transformed. And in that transformation, you will forever stand out. As you pursue careers in business, technology, education, the sciences, you will perceive possibility where only others saw dead ends. You will challenge the status quo. You will be an agent of change. And you will discover that your star, yes, your star, it burns brighter. Congratulations to the class of 2014. As part of our ceremony, we have the honor to recognize two men who have also stood out in their careers, representing the high values of leadership and service that we cherish here on our campus. Ladies and gentlemen, for the conferring of honorary degrees, I will now be joined by the chair of our board, Greg Padgett. Will trustees John Bush and Joe Thompson and trustee emeritus David Watson, would you please escort Lieutenant Governor John Yancey McGill to the lectern. Ladies and gentlemen, for decades, Lieutenant Governor John Yancey McGill has served the residents of the Palmetto State. He began his political career as a town councilman, and this past summer, after 26 years as state senator, became South Carolina's lieutenant governor. It has been an extraordinary career, noteworthy not only for the offices he held, but for the difference he has made through those elected positions for the people of the state. His dedication to South Carolina makes him a worthy candidate for the college's Doctor of Humane Letters.
Governor John Yancey McGill, your long-time service in state and local government has resulted in the betterment of the state of South Carolina. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. But Trustee Emeritus Watson will invest the hood.
Lieutenant Governor, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston, I now confer upon you, Lieutenant Governor John Yancey McGill, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. McGill. Will trustees Cherry Daniel and Henry Golden please escort Mr. James McLawhorn Jr. to the lectern to receive an honorary degree. Mr. James P. McLawhorn McLawhorn has devoted his life to improving the plight of his fellow man, helping to give South Carolinians the opportunity for success. His career with the Columbia Urban League has inspired new generations of leaders, empowered countless men and women, and given voice to marginalized portions of our population. His record of achievement and passion for serving his community has made him a fitting candidate for the college's Doctor of Humane Letters.
Mr. James T. McLawhorn, Jr., you have worked tirelessly to help your community and build a better future for generations to come. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Trustee Daniel will invest the hood.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston, I now confer upon Mr. James T. McLawhorn, Jr., the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. McLawhorn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to welcome our commencement speaker, Dr. McLawhorn.
Good afternoon, and thank you, President McConnell and members of the Board of Trustees. This is a great honor for me, and I'm very grateful. I cannot express in words how I feel. I've had the opportunity to be associated with the College of Charleston back years ago when Dr. Lightsey was president of the College of Charleston, so thank you again. First of all, I want to just really tell you what a wonderful occasion this is. Because the reason for this occasion today is for us to recognize the class of 2014. Let's give them a hand, please. And now it is my pleasure to bring greetings to President McConnell, Lieutenant Governor McGill, Board of Trustees Chair Mr. Padgett, and members of the Board of Trustees. Student Body President Mr. Sparker, Interim Provost Mr. McGee, Dr. McGee, members of the Cabinet, parents, family members, and friends. I also like to recognize my wife, Barbara, my family members and friends who came here to be with me on this great occasion. I congratulate you on successful completion of this important endeavor. Today, you have joined a list of graduates of the College of Charleston, including Robert Mills, the renowned architect, John Charles Fremont, the first Republican nominee for President of the United States, and President Glenn McConnell, former President pro tempore of the South Carolina Senate, and former Lieutenant Governor of the state of South Carolina, who has elevated the College of Charleston to a research university status. That is worth clapping. I will speak to you briefly today on the topic, it is your time. I know today's college graduates remain concerned about their future, along with their parents and family members, as they transition from college to their pursue chosen careers. Over the past few years, some observers have questioned the value of higher education in light of the economy and lack of job opportunities for newly graduates. In fact, billionaire and venture capitalists Peter Thiel created a fellowship paying college students to drop out of college and instead pursue business ventures. Despite the critics who have questioned the value of higher education, make no mistake about it, your degree is the key that will open doors of opportunities and provide you with important problem-solving skills that will be invaluable for ensuring your future success. Paul Taylor, Executive Vice President of the Pew Institute, put it in perspective, and I quote, "In today's knowledge-based economy, the only thing more expensive than getting a college education is not getting one." He goes on to say, young adults see significant gains in getting a college degree, regardless of the level of debt they take it on. This quotation is telling because not only does it state that education is important to obtaining success, but it implicitly recognizes the importance of the often overlooked skill of preparation. Think about your favorite scholar, musician, author, athlete, actor, or anyone else who has achieved a great deal of success. After preparing for many years, these individuals were ready for success when the opportunity presented itself. As a roadmap for reaching your destination on life's highway, I would like to share a few words about the personal skills that are invaluable on this journey. As an Eagle Scout, I live by the Boy Scouts motto, be prepared. Life's journey reminds me of taking a trip on a sunny day and abruptly running into a windstorm. In fact, this was very common when I was a student at the University of Miami in Florida. Instead of panicking when life storms rage, I learned patience, persistence, and perseverance, even if I had to slow down or take a detour. Your college graduate degree will provide you with the basic framework for reaching your goals. But your personal qualities are also extremely important. Several years ago, I read a book by Dr. Robert Schuller, founder of the Crystal Cathedral in Garden Grove, California, and author of the book, Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. The mere title of this book provides encouragement for those who are facing challenges. First, it indicates that challenges are temporary when you are prepared and that you must have self-confidence to keep striving for excellence. Your self-confidence is the foundation for activating the creative energy within, which will open the pathway of opportunities. I recall a recent graduate who was interested in using his financial skills in the for-profit sector. After several weeks of being unsuccessful, he decided not to become discouraged, but to pursue another avenue. He contacted a nonprofit organization and found a rewarding career niche. In 1977, I received my second master's degree, an MBA, which placed me in an elite group of some 100 African American nationwide who earned MBAs. I was very excited and optimistic about the prospect of entering a challenging career in business administration. After responding to over 50 job announcements without receiving any offers, which, by the way, was before the invention of email, I channeled my positive energy and self-confidence and decided to change and accelerate my approach by contacting friends and supporters. After several weeks, one person in my network called the CEO of the company who offered me a job. What is interesting is that I had previously contacted this company without any success. But by remaining confident and positive, however, I achieved success. In addition to staying positive, I was patient persistent, and have practiced perseverance. In today's highly technological society, patience is viewed as a negative attribute and is not recognized as a virtue. We live in an instant society where social media and technological advances have made patience almost obsolete. The lack of patience is detrimental, and it's a detriment to achieving goals. It increases frustration and a lack of tolerance. Many opportunities have been lost due to the lack of patience. The late John Sheen, an American archbishop, said, "Patience is power. Patience is not an absence of action. Rather, it is timing. It waits on the right time to act for the right principles and the right way." In many situations, timing is everything. Your timing can determine whether you will have a positive or negative outcome. Persistence and perseverance enable you to stay on course through difficult and challenging times. Many years ago, I learned that while spending time complaining and having a pity party, I was more productive and successful by using that time to focus on solutions. Let's listen to what Albert Einstein said about persistence. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men and women with talent. Geniuses will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and will always solve the problems of the human race. Perseverance is the ability to bounce back from defeat. The celebrated poet Michelangelo expressed perseverance this way: "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it." I sincerely believe that if you, the class of 2014, set your goals and practice the 3 P's, patience, persistence, and perseverance, you will find great satisfaction as you chart your course in life. Again, congratulations as you take your rightful and deserved place in society. Remember, it is your time. God bless you.
Thank you for being with us, Mr. McLawhorn, now Dr. McLawhorn, and thank you for your stirring and heartfelt remarks. I am Interim Provost Brian McGee, and I'm here for one purpose only. I have the happy privilege of introducing, on behalf of our students, Ryan Spraker, President of the Student Government Association. Ryan?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Interim Provost McGee, President McConnell, trustees, parents, family, friends in attendance, and most of all, the class of 2014 for allowing me to speak today. First and foremost, on behalf of the undergraduate student body, congratulations to our bachelor's and master's degree candidates. You've made it. Give yourself a round of applause. Today, you have heard from many accomplished speakers. They are leaders, innovators, philanthropists, and even a combination of them all. Each of them has their own story, but they all have one thing in common. They are the best. They are the best at being them, and they share this with you. Your experiences here at the College of Charleston have helped mold you into the best, most qualified person to be you. Can you be better? Well, of course. But your experiences in the School of Business, or the Department of Political Science, or even the Science Lab, and also the School of King Street, and the Department of Folly Beach, and maybe even the Music Farm, are now a part of what make you great. It is now time for you to go out into the world and do what you do best. Be you. Learn, experience new heights, and take a leap of faith, knowing that the College of Charleston has prepared you to be you. I want to leave you with two quotes. The first from a philosopher of our youth, and another from an iconic American leader, both with a very similar message. The first, you are special. You're the only one. You're the only one like you. Yes, friends, that was Barney. Remember the song? The second from President John F. Kennedy. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. Both of these quotes want you to do the same thing. To be you, be proud, and continue to know thyself as you take your first, fifth, and millionth step beyond George Street. Thank you, and good luck, class of 2014. We are all eager to hear about the amazing places you will go by just being you. Thank you. Now, please help me welcome Dan Ravenel, class of 1972, who will deliver remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Dan?
Can you tell he's a political science major? If you can't, I don't know why you're here. It is a real honor, a distinct honor for me to address you today. As President of the Alumni Association, I welcome you to our membership as our newest members in an organization that was founded in 1888 and has at present 58,000 members. It's quite a group. I encourage you to become actively involved. This is your time, or has been your time at the college. Now you need to take this advantage that you've got and help us with the Alumni Association. It has a lot to offer you as an alumnus. As you get ready to start this new phase in your life, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you as someone who participated in a December graduation, actually, 42 years ago. The difference between that graduation and this one is I was the only person in the president's office that received the diploma. I decided that it probably was not a good idea for my father to not have experienced graduation, so I went through the ceremony in May, which is the only alternative. You now have a graduation of your own. But I would encourage you to make the most of your education that you've received here. You're well prepared for whatever path you might take. The friends you've made here will be some of the best friends you ever had. Stay connected with each other and with the college. Come back for a Charleston affair. We have 38 alumni chapters who want you to get involved. These alumni chapters are throughout the United States, and there are 3 overseas, and we're adding more every year. If you move to a city with a chapter, join it. If there is not a chapter in your area, think about starting one. Give back. Keep up your philanthropic spirit after graduation, because it is our duty to give back to our alma mater and make sure those who come following us will have a better experience even than we've had. There is a tradition that I'd like to bring about today involving your class ring. Before graduation, students wear the ring with the seal facing in. But at graduation, the ring is turned so that the seal faces outward. This indicates that you are now an alumnus of the College of Charleston and are ready to go out into the world. Congratulations. Good luck. Remember, your Alumni Association will always be here for you. Thank you so much for listening to this talk. I want to take 1 minute and recognize the student alumni associates who are here. They are the marshals of this graduation. If y'all would all stand up just to let everybody know who are the student alumni. I would strongly suggest that the colleges run better with their participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan. Now for the reason we're here today, the awarding of the degrees. I asked Chairman Paget if he would join me. Also, I'm going to ask our interim provost, Brian McGee. One member of the faculty suggested to me that perhaps I should refer to him in this season of the year as Rudolph. And Dean McCandless and Dr. McLawhorn, who will assist with the presentation of the master's degrees. Upon the successful completion of all requirements, and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the master's degree candidates.
For the School of Education, Health, and Human Performance, Francis Welsh, Dean of the School of Education, Health, and Human Performance, will invest the hoods. Joining us on stage will be Professor Angela Cozart, Director of the Master of Arts in Teaching Early Childhood Education, the Master of Arts in Teaching Elementary Education, the Master of Arts in Teaching Middle Grades, and the Master of Arts in Teaching Special Education. Professor Robin Holman, Director of the Master of Education in Languages, and Professor Maida Van Sickle, Chair of the Department of Teacher Education. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching Early Childhood Education, Abigail Ashley Lofty. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching Middle Grades Education, Catherine E. Fleck. Ms. Fleck has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Robert N. Hannigan III. Jacqueline Grace Healy. Stephen Douglas Peel, Jr. Maria Delordes Royal. Ms. Royal has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Education in Languages, Jillian Lockler. For the degree of Master of Education in Teaching, Learning, and Advocacy, Amy Carolyn Herring. Ms. Herring has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Braylon Whaley Snell. Brittany S. Silver. Trelacia Janae Smiley. Jessica Marie Williams. For the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Jerry Hale, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, will invest the hoods. Joining us on stage will be Professor Amanda Ruth McSwain, Director of the Master of Arts in Communication, and Professor Joanne Ewald, Director of the Master of Public Administration. For the degree of Master of Arts in Communication, Brian G. Richards. For the degree of Master of Public Administration, Sean C. Bath. Mr. Bath has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Ronald Edward Hanna III. Lauren Ashley Revalcabo. Christopher Dale Scott. Mr. Scott has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. For the School of Sciences and Mathematics, Michael Auerbach, Dean of the School of Sciences and Mathematics, will invest the hoods. Joining us on stage will be Professor Tony LeClaire, Director of the Master of Science in Computer and Information Sciences, and Professor Martin Jones, Director of the Master of Science in Mathematics, for Tim Callahan, Director of the Master of Science in Environmental Studies. For the degree of Master of Science in Computer and Information Sciences, Shirley Roy Asulas. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Studies, Dean Auerbach will be joined by Jerry Hale, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Sean C. Bath. Mr. Bath has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Brian Stephen Jerusik. Mr. Jerusik has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program.
All right, will all the master's degree candidates please rise? These candidates have completed all the requirements for their degrees by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Graduate School of the University of Charleston, South Carolina. I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of Public Administration, and Master of Science as appropriate, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. Next, joining us in awarding the bachelor's degrees will be the interim Executive Vice President of Student Affairs, Jerry Cabot. Professor Renard Harris from the Department of Teacher Education will announce the names and majors of our graduates. Upon the successful completion of all the degree requirements, and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the bachelor's degree candidates of 2014.
Assisting with the graduates from the School of the Arts will be Dean Valerie Morris. For the bachelor's degree in art history, joining us will be Professor Marianne Mazzone, chair of the department. Jeremy Cole Miller also meets requirements for archaeology. For the bachelor's degree in arts management, joining us will be Professor Jeanette Gwen, representing the program. Megan Renee Burgess, cum laude. Paige Mackenzie Fortuna. Oxiana Nicolina Kibitkina. Autumn Ann Taylor. Marisol Marcial. For the bachelor's degree in historic preservation and community planning, joining us will be Professor Grant Gilmore, director of the program. Derek James Pelosi. Kieran Allen Marshall. Charles Ford Rivers IV. For the bachelor's degree in music, joining us will be Professor Edward Hart, chair of the department. Demetrius Luttrell Doctor. For the bachelor's degree in studio art, joining us will be Professor John Hall, chair of the department. Kaylee Marie Crawford, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in theater, joining us will be Professor Janine McCabe, chair of the department. Bailey Thompson Aldrich. Heather Ashley Roberts, also meets requirements for psychology. Anna Elizabeth Roy. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Business will be Dean Alan Shaw. For the bachelor's degree in accounting, joining us will be Professor Roger Daniels, chair of the department. Jared J. Dukins. Alexandra Grace Giardini. Carolyn Marie Kennerton, Nicholas Garrett Croft. Ansley Elizabeth Lucas, also meets requirements for business administration. Daniel Tyler Prentice. Pasha Sadgavian, magna cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in business administration, joining us will be Professor Thomas Kent, chair of the department. Connor W. Bourne. Sarah Elizabeth Brown, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. George Patrick Carlin III. Lee Coleman IV. Ryan Harrison Conklin. Krista Lynn Convertino. Patrick Thomas Romar's Coover. Miles Stevens Conway. Megan Elizabeth Drescher. Cherie and Connect Grant. Dominic Martin Huber. Maria Jadun. Reynolds Michael Moss III, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Aaron Kenny McCran. Robert Francis McDonald. Joshua Allen Moore. Stephanie Page Powell. Anna Elizabeth Linder. Jeffrey Allen Salazone, also meets requirements for communication. Edwin Duma Sensor. Lee Storm Thorley. Leah Storm Thorley, Brett Michael Van Name, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Hannah Lynn Yarborough. Zachary Paul Zerks. For the bachelor's degree in economics, joining us will be Professor Calvin Blackwell, chair of the department. Brandon Avery Jones. For the bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism management, joining us will be Professor Robert Frash, chair of the department. Andrea Marie Brzezinski, cum laude. Natasha Marie Kalisa. Jack William Fisher. Summer Louise Jeffcoat. For the bachelor's degree in international business, rejoining us will be Professor Thomas Kent, chair of the department. Anna O'Brien Aquino. William Henry McCann, cum laude. Dawson Richard Todd. Dylan Andrew Steele. For the bachelor's degree in marketing, Ashley Marie Volpe. Ronald Sloan Wise III. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Education, Health, and Human Performance will be Dean Francis Welch. For the bachelor's degree in early childhood education, joining us will be Professor Nada Van Sickle, chair of the department. Sierra Bingham Connor. Rachel Ann Gibson. Erin Alexandra Martin. Ashley Marina McLellan, cum laude. Amber Brianna Paquette. For the bachelor's degree in elementary education. Gianna Alexandra Lopes, cum laude. LaShawn Shantae White. For the bachelor's degree in exercise science, joining us will be Professor Karen Hockenbach, Chair of the Department. Chastain Danielle Anderson. Jared Jacob Breyer, Sr. Melissa Diane Breyer. Anna Caroline Carter. Rashawn Deontay Lee Green. Brittany Nicole Ingram. Elizabeth Ann Kilroy, summa cum laude. Haley Danielle Francis. Alexander Moss Marley, cum laude. Linda Whitney Preston, magna cum laude. Megan Antoinette Ryan. Elizabeth Sarasota Nieto. Winnie Victoria Starker. Alexander James Balance. Kirsten Erica Young. For the bachelor's degree in middle grades education, rejoining us will be Professor Maida Van Sickle, Chair of the Department. Tristan Alexander Hawkins. Savannah Victoria Whitman, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in physical education, rejoining us will be Professor Karen Hockenbach, Chair of the Department. Courtney Diane Jones. Camille Renee Tall. Anne Marie Bertucci. For the bachelor's degree in public health, joining us will be Professor Susan Valencia, Director of the program. Jenna Patterson. Hannah Virginia Woody, magna cum laude. Chelsea Amanda Taylor. Celia Burgess Wilson. For the bachelor's degree in secondary education coordinator, rejoining us will be Professor Maida Van Sickle, Chair of the Department. Hillary Camille Brown, also meets requirements for English. Brittany Claire Becker, also meets requirements for English. Michael Thomas Hansen, also meets requirements for mathematics. Sean Patrick Hines, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics. For the bachelor's degree in special education. Shanice Alexandria Roberts, cum laude. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences will be Dean Gerald King. For the bachelor's degree in communication, joining us will be Professor Bethany Goodman, Chair of the Department. Bethany Lauren Carlson. Cody Paul Jackson. Lucia Anna Morano. China Nicole Miller. Miriam Elise Peter. Natalie Prado. Adrian Christina Soros. Grayson Ellis Sherman. Dawn Fisher Thomas. For the bachelor's degree in English, joining us will be Professor Scott Peoples, Chair of the Department. Julia Patrice Burgess. Atia Keandre Davis. Shauna Lisa Gibson. Kristen Therese Lloyd. Therese Rochelle Maddox. Kimberly Denise Monroe. Sarah Paul Oates. For the bachelor's degree in history, joining us will be Professor Phyllis Justice, Chair of the Department. Jared Scott Little. Matt Ellis Martin Ford. Kayla Charlotte Parnell. Amy Elizabeth Severin. Alexandra Kaylin V, cum laude. Christopher Michael Wilcox. For the bachelor's degree in political science, joining us will be Professor Glenn Knotts, Chair of the Department. Brian Evans Beck. Matthew Pierre Bonds. Jacob Alexander Hill, also meets requirements for studio art. Timothy David Hodson, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in psychology, joining us will be Professor Gabrielle Principe, Chair of the Department. Mary Catherine Arthur. Penny Mackenzie Ford. Jordan Elizabeth Barberlake. Elaine Carol Huggins. Davis LeGree King. Adrian Marie O'Brien. Daryl Ellen O'Brien, magna cum laude. Megan Rita Pritchard, summa cum laude. Danielle Sherelle Snipe. Lindsay Dwayne Wright. For the bachelor's degree in sociology, joining us will be Professor Tracy Burkett, Chair of the Department. Catherine Chase Bowman. Michaela Lauren Howard. Sarah Elizabeth Johnson, Mary Catherine Powers, Veronica Yvonne Rosales, summa cum laude, Brittany E. Smalls. For the bachelor's degree in Women's and Gender Studies, join us will be Professor David Moskowitz, representing the program. Karina Jeanette Zimmerman, assistant at the Graduate School of Languages, covers World Affairs, to the Associate Dean Sean Morrison. For the bachelor's degree in German, join us will be Professor Mark Domas Pastry, chair of the department. Oriana Isabel Bond. For the bachelor's degree in international studies, join us will be Professor Douglas Flyer, director of the program. Jessica Rose Hall. For the bachelor's degree in Latin American and Caribbean Studies, Charlie Suzelle Banks, also meets requirements for international business. For the bachelor's degree in Spanish, joining us will be Professor Mark Melishman, chair of the department. Martin Jose Gonzalez, Arun Del Carmen and Haskins, Mia K. Hurd, Brian Thomas Malone, magna cum laude. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Professional Studies will be Dean Godfrey Gibbison. For the Bachelor of Professional Studies degree, joining us will be Professor Godfrey Gibbison, Director of the program. Today's graduates are the first for this program. Jessica Banner Lawless. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Sciences and Mathematics will be Dean Michael Arnold. For the bachelor's degree in National Physics, joining us will be Professor Mariana Kuthaman, chair of the department. Kellen Dunn Lawson. For the bachelor's degree in biology, joining us will be Professor Hop Helenas, chair of the department. Jacqueline Sheely Bigat, Bianca Dominique Bogart, George Andrew Campbell, Ryan Charles Hewitt, Caitlin Michelle Holbrook, cum laude, Mickey M. Jacobson, Hannah Marie Kissler, Randall Dennis Moore Jr., Anthony Ryan Mead, Virginia Lynn Parker, Tevin Jerome Proctor, Hector Raul, Daniel Joseph Salito. For the bachelor's degree in biochemistry, joining us will be Professor Frederick Helger, representing the department. Emiliano Williams also meets requirements for chemistry. For the bachelor's degree in computer information systems, joining us will be Professor George Hoffman, chair of the department. Andrew Christopher Exum. James Robert Roth. For the bachelor's degree in computer science. Andrew Jordan Armstrong, also meets requirements for computing and the arts. Hannah Danielle Lamont, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in geology, joining us will be Professor Scott Harris, representing the department. Casey Jean Ruth Rutherford, summa cum laude. Hunter Harrison Stevens. For the bachelor's degree in marine biology, joining us will be Professor Hop Helenas, chair of the department. Hannah Margaret Brenton. Lindsay Marie Ferguson. Alexandra Rose Jones. Catherine Mary Wester, cum laude, also meets requirements for history. For the bachelor's degree in mathematics, joining us will be Professor Martin Jones, representing the department. Samuel Bennett Denny. For the bachelor's degree in physics, joining us will be Professor Mariana Kuthaman, chair of the department. Thomas Ashley Briggs.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Charleston, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Sciences earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. Now, as alumni of the college, you join an amazing circle of men and women dedicated to making a difference and being a success. In true College of Charleston fashion, we all define success in 1,000 different ways. In a very diversity of ideas and goals, we are united. As you meet other graduates, here and afar, you'll immediately notice the spark that sets them apart. Stars recognize stars. They, like you, are wired differently. They have a passion, a rare fire about them. You'll see how they give their heart and soul to this place. And for many of our alumni, they have found that by giving fully of themselves, they receive so much in return. I ask you to keep your alma mater always close to your heart. Today is not the conclusion of your College of Charleston experience. Far from it. Today is simply a new chapter, one that provides you new ways to connect to the college. Whether it's through your service, your philanthropy, or your advocacy, your engagement matters here at the college, today and tomorrow. Not so long ago, we used to brag about the college being one of the best kept secrets in the South. I'm very proud to say that we are no longer that. The secret is out. By your example, even more people in the world will learn of the power of a College of Charleston education. It is our duty as alumni to increase our alma mater circle, to broaden its reach. We do that by volunteering on campus, by mentoring students, by making gifts, or by doing our part to attract tomorrow's dreamers, rebels, and innovators, so that, like us, they too can benefit from what this institution has to offer. Our continued engagement is the best proof that the college's opportunities and impact are boundless. After today, your personal journeys will take you places you can't even envision right now. I know when I graduated from the college 45 years ago, I didn't have a clue what the world had in store for me. So don't be nervous, that's how I guess it's supposed to be. Your options, they're limitless, they're only constrained by your imagination. Know that you have been equipped with one of the best educations in the world, an education that has prepared you for anything and everything. In my own life, I found that by coming back to the campus, my mind and my spirit were re-energized and my intellectual curiosity reignited. Looking upon the Greek phrase on Porter's Lodge, telling me to, and I quote, "Know thyself." I'm inspired by its charge to never stop learning, to never stop growing, to embrace the person that I am. That advice has and always will ring true. I encourage you, the class of 2014, to return here as often as you can. This will always be your home. No matter what stage of life you're in, no matter where in the world you live, no matter what exciting careers you pursue, the College of Charleston is forever a part of your DNA. The college is proud to welcome you into all of our widening alumni circle. We can't wait to see the many great things that you will do, you'll hear about, that we'll read about, that we'll together share. Ladies and gentlemen, please again join me in congratulating the class of 2014. At the conclusion of the ceremony, everyone is invited to attend a reception in the Cistern Yard honoring the class of 2014 and their guests.
Thank you.